Peace, family. Peace. Interesting turn of events. An interesting turn of events, fam. So, Tommy Robinson has been freed from jail after being incarcerated for, I believe, something along the lines of, don't quote me, breaching the peace or interrupting a police investigation or something along those lines, right? Now, for me, I don't believe personally Tommy Robinson should have been in jail in the first place, because personally I think it was a trumped up charge to kind of get him off the radar from critiquing the religion of Islam. So I think, yeah, I think they were waiting for something to get him on, and then they got him on that. So, but he's freed. He's actually freed. Martin Ellen, what's good? Yeah, so he's free now. And it'll be interesting to see what happens. Titans TV in the building, what's good, Callum? It would be interesting to see what happens and what transpires within the next coming weeks in regards to Tommy Robinson and his freedom, and how the people view it, and how Muslims view it, how the secular world view it in general, just how the internet views it. Colin Lorenzo, big up from Detroit. Yeah, because I said the whole Tommy Robinson thing was interesting to me. He's had a very interesting life. That's why I think his story actually interests me. I'm not gonna lie. Regardless of what you think about Tommy Robinson, his story actually interests me. Like, he's had an interesting life. But yeah, personally, I'm glad he's free. Not because, like I said, not because, oh, we're friends. People are like, oh, we're friends. You and Tommy are friends. Like, I interviewed the man, and I got to see a side of him that maybe not everyone else saw. But yeah, I don't think he deserved to be in jail at all. I don't think he deserved to be in jail. Is Tommy really free? Yes, he is, says KVC. Yeah, he is. He is free. So yeah, I'm sure his family and friends were worrying about him in prison, and I'm sure in prison it couldn't have been hard. It couldn't have been easy for him. Obviously, a lot of Muslims in jail. Sorry, a lot of Muslims in jail. So that couldn't have been an easy ride for him. But people talk about my relationship with Tommy Robinson, like I don't know, like we're best buddies and stuff. And literally, I interviewed Tommy Robinson because I'm a believer in free speech. As everybody knows, I don't care who you are. I believe you've got the right to your freedom of speech. Doesn't mean I have to agree with what you're saying that comes out of your mouth, though. But I believe you should be allowed to say it if it doesn't border on what is called hate speech, let's say. So yeah, I gave him a platform when I think when most media outlets, I put this on my Twitter, when most media outlets were actually shitting on Tommy Robinson, I actually gave him a chance to speak and for people to hear his piece, right? And I said, let the viewers decide, let the family decide, let the people decide. You at least got to give somebody the chance to, if they are going to hang themselves, at least give them the rope, but let it be on them. Don't judge a person and hang them or lynch them based off something that you heard. Let them speak for themselves. And I actually gave him that platform to speak for himself, and whatever people thought about it is whatever people thought about it. But he needed that platform. He actually needed that, he needed to be, he needed his own story to be told, I think. And so when it comes time for me to tell my story, I hope people give me the right, to say my piece. So yeah, CA Levy says that was an important exchange. Yeah, I think it was an important exchange, actually. I think it was an important exchange. I think it's essential for human beings to realize that even if you don't like a person, and I'm not saying I don't like Tommy, I'm just saying generally, if you don't like a person, you can at least listen to what they have to say and then say that person's a dick. But at least listen to them, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't just dismiss them and you know, and just say, oh, I'm not going to listen to you. At least listen to them. You can come to your conclusion after you listen to them. The sun is, yeah. You can listen to them. You can come to the conclusion after, you know, you've listened to them. So yeah, that's exactly what I did with Tommy Robinson. And like I said, I've told people already, I will literally sit down with a member of the KKK just to see what's inside their head. I will literally sit down with a member. I don't care who it is. I will sit down with an imam. I would sit down with anyone. I really don't care. I can decide for myself whether or not I like you after having a conversation with you. I can do that for myself. I can do that. Okay? And so I'm not gonna have anyone try and whisper in my ear, oh, this person's like this person's like that, and I'll be like, all right, cool, I hear what you're saying, but let me speak to them myself. That's just the person I am. Not everyone's like that, right? I understand not everyone is like that, but me, that's how I am. I want to hear the person say for themselves exactly what they are. I want to give them a chance, sit down and listen. Like I said, any members of the KKK, right? Or even like what they call alt-right groups. I don't mind sitting down and speaking to someone from the alt-right. I ain't got a problem. If somebody sits down in my face and says, you know what, Sarah Garvey, I think you're a nigger and you should die, I'll be like, all right, cool. However, why do you think that? You know, I want to get inside the mind as to why someone thinks that. So that's the kind of person I am. And I think we're trying to understand the psychology of why people think the way they do, why they do the way they do their stuff. For me, gives me a greater understanding of that person. Like I've always said to people, I'm not trying to hate people, I'm trying to understand people. And so after I understand you, I can literally say, I'm not gonna mess with that person. I don't want to be within 100 miles of that person. Why? Because I understand who they are. And once I understand who you are and it's not compatible with me, I don't need to be around you. But I don't know if I need to be around you or not if I don't get the chance to fully understand who you are. So I'm about trying to understand people. That's what I'm about. Sarah Garvey's trying to understand the jungle. I'm trying to understand every single animal that I'm around. I want to understand the giraffe, to the snake, to the puma, to the lion, you know, to the insects. I want to understand them. I want to understand why they do what they do. And so when I navigate the jungle, right, then I understand how to move around these different animals because I understand them. But if you don't understand your environment, then you could make some wrong decisions, let's say. You could make some wrong decisions. Yes, consistent message, Sarah, ties into your axiology talk, interested in the advancement and disempowerment of people. Yes, exactly. Axiology, trying to understand the psychology of people. That's what I'm about. I want to know what's going on in the mind. Dylan Cooney says, what do you disagree with Tommy on? What do I disagree with Tommy on? I couldn't say off the top of my head. I couldn't say it off the top of my head. But there was nothing that I could actually think of right now. So Marcus Garvey said, go back to Africa, fam. Why are you here? You don't know what's coming. That's all I'm gonna say. You don't know what's coming. We're working behind the scenes, family. That's all I'm saying. We're working behind the scenes. We're working behind the scenes. Do you think the media is biased, says Rich Jezza? Of course it's biased. Of course it is. Everybody has different opinions on racism. I'd say ask a black woman what racism is to get a proper answer. I'm white, by the way, says Romy Tobinson. Yeah, everyone's got different views on it. And if we don't try and understand what racism is and how it affects people, then we're always going to be confused. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're always going to be confused about it. Because one person says this is what racism is, another person says that racism is. I've actually heard 2 white people say, oh, because you don't like the Irish, that's racist. And I'm like, you guys are of the same race. Okay? You're English and you're Irish. You're of the same race, just different parts of Europe. You're all European, okay? Blue suit to you, afternoon people. Thank you, Astrid. Thank you. Yeah. So if we get confused about racism, then we really don't understand what it is. It's like you're both European. Well, how are you going to say it's racist? You know, because he said you're an Irish, whatever else. Or someone said, oh, you're a French frog. So, oh my God, that's racist. No, you're both Europeans. You're of the same race. So it's not racist, is it? Might be prejudice. Might be prejudice towards French people or Irish people, but it's certainly not racist. Why is the stream slowing down? What's worse, racial or religious superiority, says Raicha. I think the two can be intertwined. I don't like superiority in any way, shape or form, personally. Emerald ILTV said, what's your view on skin bleaching? My view on skin bleaching is you should not. It is unhealthy. Plus, it shows that you have a level of self-hate that you need to deal with psychologically. And bleaching your skin is not going to make you prettier. It's probably going to give you more chance of skin cancer. That's probably what it's going to do. A lot of people are brought up to be racist in their mind, but they don't want to be. Yeah, because you have to fight against it. Every day is a battle, right, to rid yourself of the baggage that you've been taught. Every day is a battle to rid yourself of the baggage that you've been taught. Every day. And if you're not struggling and striving every day to get rid of the baggage that's been put upon you by either your parents, your grandparents, the media, society, the newspaper that you read, or the friggin' videos that you watch, if you're not trying to struggle against that to rid yourself of the bullshit, then you ain't learning anything. You ain't learning, man. People are neutrally drawn to their own tribe. What kind of born racist? See, it's not racist. Racism is feeling that you're superior. So everyone is naturally drawn to their own people. Okay, that's natural. That's not racism. That's what I'm trying to say. If we don't understand what racism actually is, it's like we just start saying stupid shit. Like the Irish, being around the Irish, probably going to be drawn to the Irish people. Probably. I'm not, you know, I'm not a scientist on this, but Chinese probably going to be drawn to Chinese people, and Japanese, and, you know, Europeans in general, you know, certain African tribes. It's natural. That's not racism. That is not racism. Racism is the belief, yeah, that you are now superior. Racism and the supremacy is intertwined, that you are superior to another people. That's where we got to start understanding. Yeah, that's where we got to start understanding. And if we don't understand that, you know, it's the superior thinking, it's the thinking of you're superior to another person that gets in the way. All this racism is about, I agree with Sarah on his definition, says is science racist too? So, yeah, of course it was. Listen, racism can make its way into every facet of human life, because the people that are scientists can still be racist. So if they have a racist ideology, then the racism can make its way into what is called science. Of course it can. Racism can make its way into education. Racism can make its way into the media. Racism can make its way into every facet of human life. If the people that are making that institution, if they're racist, then, you know, they can actually make the institution racist because they have racist psychology. Of course. Is this stream slowing down? Racism is more than just thinking or talking, it's an action also. I agree, Siobhan. I agree. Like, if I sat here today thinking every single person was inferior to me, every single race of people, if I sat here thinking every single race is inferior to me, who am I hurting with that thought? No one. But if I sit here thinking every single person is inferior to me and I have the power to influence the lives of those people, it's gonna be a real fucked up situation for those people. That's all I'm saying. I can sit here and think about murdering every single part of the human race. Who is it hurting? No one. When I start taking the action to murder every part of the human race, that's when we got a problem. Wayne Riley said, I saw a video where he said you shouldn't trust a white man. I keep telling people, as a black person, as a Chinese person, as anyone, you shouldn't trust anyone else to do for you what you can do for yourself. Don't trust them. I'm telling you, people think it's wrong. All right, should the British now trust Arabs to do what's best for British people? Hell no. That would be very stupid, wouldn't it? Should the Chinese trust the British to do what's best for Chinese people? Hell no. That would be very stupid, okay? Everyone should trust, right? Stop. What I mean by don't trust other people, don't trust other people to do for you what you can do for yourself, because they ain't really, generally, they don't have a dog in the fight. You've got a dog in the fight. The British people care about British people. They shouldn't look to friggin' Japan to do what's best for British people. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Africans shouldn't look to Chinese people to do what's best for Africa. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense. I'm sorry. You can try and chastise me for it, but I don't care. It's not logical to ask another people from another culture, from another, do for you the best thing for your people, because why would they? I'm not saying they hate your people, and I'm not saying they're going to kill all your people, but I'm saying they're going to do what's best for their people first. It's like, I've got a family. I'm going to probably do, I don't know any of you on this live stream, and I don't hate any of you on this live stream, but I'm going to look after my family first before I look after yours. I'm just saying, I don't know you all like that, and you don't know me like that. So if your family, you know, are starving and my family are starving, 9 times out of 10, probably 10 times out of 10, you're probably going to give food to your family. And I'm actually okay with that. Okay, I'm actually okay with that. I'm not offended by that, guys. I'm not offended, because I will do the same. I will just do the same. I'm just telling you, okay? So I'm not offended by people looking after their own first. I'm not offended by that. I'm really not offended by it. So once your house is in order, then you can start looking outside saying, hey, what does so-and-so need? Do you need anything, guys? Are you okay? But if your house is still starving, what the hell are you looking outside for? Just fix your friggin' house first, and then you can start asking other people whether or not they need help. And it's not hate. That is really not hate. That is really not hate. That is just like logic and common sense. Sarah just endorsed Trump. Did I? How did I just endorse Trump? I don't know how I just endorsed Trump. Jamie Wilkinson. Respect to you, Sarah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Look after your people. I'm telling everyone, don't think about offending people. We're living in a stupid PC society, right? A stupid PC society that tells you that you're not allowed to look after your own people first. Forget that. Forget that, guys. That's not realistic. Okay, it's not realistic. Okay, it's not realistic. Look after yourselves first, okay? And then we can talk. Because I respect you. If I look into your household and your household is in disarray and you're coming over to me saying, hey, Sarah, you know, how can I help? I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, can you see like your household's in a shambles? Like, why are you coming to me asking what I need? I'm sure you need to fix your household first. You know, I don't respect that. I respect people who can look after their own household, you know, love their own household first, and then come to me and we can talk. You know, I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying. But it's nothing to do with hate. Nothing to do with hate, man. People need to get this idea that, you know, because I want to fix my own house first, that I hate everybody else's house. I don't hate shit. Like, I don't even know everybody else's house. First of all, you know, I don't know you like that to hate. I gotta know you first to hate you. I'm just letting you know. Like, if I know you move like a snake, I probably hate you. But if I don't know you, I can't hate you. Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, for all the people that are asking if Tommy Robinson is free, yes, he is. He is free. He is free, and like I said before, he shouldn't have been in there in the first place. Shouldn't have been there in the first place. So yeah, I'm sure his family are going to be happy. I'm sure his friends are going to be happy. Respect from Manchester, says Pendragon's Den. He lost so much weight. I know he did. He did. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he had to starve himself for a while. I don't know. The thing is, we don't know the ins and outs of his prison time. I'm sure in the coming days, in the coming weeks, we'll get to know a little bit more, about his time there. And yeah, I'm sure Tommy's gonna have a lot to say. I'm sure he's gonna have a lot to say, guys. You know, Tommy Robinson's not one to mince his words. I'm telling you that from now. Listen, I got to roll out. I'm back. I'm live again, but I'm gone again. I got to peace out, fam, and enjoy the day. I'm about to go enjoy the day. That's what I'm getting my calls. People wanna hook up. You know, it's a nice day. We're gonna crack open some alcohol, get the barbecue going, have a good ass day. And you guys have the same thing. Peace, family. Peace.